surprised that the country's a mess when Biden can't even keep his own White House in order? And it turns out the source of much of the dysfunction seems to be this person.
But what do you want to know?
Well, I want to give you the.
A friend in need is a friend in need.
Let's face it, Kamala was a disaster even before she entered the White House. Her Senate career was a train wreck.
It has been only a year since Kavanaugh's confirmation.
I was a part of that hearing, and it's sham process.
I welcome everyone to this confirmation hearing on the nomination of
Mr. Chairman.
Brett Kavanaugh.
Mr. Chairman.
You're out of order. I'll proceed.
We cannot possibly move forward, Mr. Chairman.
And her failed presidential campaign was an even bigger fiasco.
Well, I mean, listen, this is going to sound immodest, but I'm obviously a top-tier candidate, and so I did expect that I would be on the stage and take hits tonight.
Now she's bringing the same energy to the vice president's office.
We've been to the border. We've been to the border.
You haven't been to the border.
And I haven't been to Europe. I am here, standing here on the northern flank, on the eastern flank, talking about what we have in terms of the eastern flank and our NATO allies.
So Ukraine is a country in Europe. It exists next to another country called Russia. Russia is a bigger country. Russia is a powerful country. Russia decided to invade a smaller country called Ukraine. So basically that's wrong.
Because we have the ability to see what can be, unburdened by what has been, and then to make the possible actually happen. Talking about the significance of the passage of time, right? The significance of the passage of time. So when you think about it, there is great significance to the passage of time.
And the passage of time hasn't been kind to her office. She lost 10 high-profile staffers in the last 9 months. The most recent of which was National Security Advisor Nancy McEldowney. After Harris's disastrous and frankly embarrassing trip to Eastern Europe last week, who could blame Miss McEldowney? But the dysfunction doesn't end there. A new book by New York Times reporters Jonathan Martin and Alex Burns reveals the growing tensions between the Biden and Harris camps. Harris's team is apparently bent out of shape that Biden dumped impossible tasks on her lap. But Kate Bedingfield, Biden's comms director, reportedly had a different take. In their new book, Martin and Burns write, quote, in private, Bedingfield noted that the vice presidency was not the first time in Harris's political career that she had fallen short of sky-high expectations. Her Senate office had been messy, and her presidential campaign had been a fiasco. Perhaps, she suggested, the problem was not the vice president's staff.